Don't sweat the technique.
Okay, hey you guys, this is head coach Ross of the Atacx gym. Filmed this one a little before, but somehow or other I messed it up, so we're doing it again. This is Checking the Storm, Stick and Knife, part 4, the final installment. Okay, I'm going to show you my more favorite street variant. It's not the one that you see on the DVD. The one on the DVD is more comprehensive, but you'll get the general idea of who is, okay? Behind the camera is my friend Scott, helping me out, of course, is the super soldier Jabari himself. Steve Rogers can't see Jabari, okay? And we're gonna start from the grip. You have fortuitously managed to catch the knife here. All right, if you want to know what I meant by this, go back and see parts 1 through 3. Yellow belt, Kenpo Karate, Checking the Storm, right here on my channel, okay? So, you fortuitously caught this knife, okay? You're going to execute the same technique whether you drag him inside or outside. You're going to make certain you're going to cancel his outside arm and all that good stuff. Remember, I told you this before. Okay, here's the slight variation from what we've done before. As you snap here, you're going to apply one of my favorite techniques, which is the headbutt, all right? Capoeira's version of cabeça is my favorite. Cabeça is Portuguese for the headbutt, all right? So the reason why I prefer that is because capoeira launches the entire body as a missile for the headbutt. They don't just lean your head forward and jack your neck up. It doesn't just kind of like thrust from the hips. They launch the whole body into the technique. So you're going to do the arm drag, which is also part of capoeira, you know, along with the headbutt. See how similar these techniques are? Kenpo and capoeira have this exact same technique. In fact, practically every self-defense system in the world has these techniques. But, like I tell people all the time, and one of the saying in the gyms is, it's not just what you know, it's how you train. Check how we train this, okay? We'll snap him to the inside. As we do so, we're gonna apply the headbutt to the head, all right? Unless he's like stupendously tall. We'll headbutt the arm, or we'll headbutt the tricep. For the purposes of not harming my training partner, I'm going to headbutt the bicep, okay? So I snap him, I'm going to launch my body into the headbutt. You can see immediately the response. As I hit him here, bing, this allows me to keep very good control of the knife. See how the knife is still pointed at me? He's still trying to get me. He's not cooperating. This is actually a live technique. As I'm doing this, you can see the energy. He's resisting. He's resisting me. This allows me to apply the headbutt, pivot him to the side. Take this knee and drive the knee into his arm. Now that was involuntary, you all right? Okay, now what happens here is I snapped him down, I drove my knee into his forearm or into the back of the tricep. I generally prefer the tricep, but because the forearm gives the elbow more space to move, for the purposes of this video, I'll knee into the tricep, into the forearm. Bam, and as that happens, I'm gonna ricochet up and stomp into his ankle. Stomp, I'm using the tip of my toe here so I don't hurt him, but actually gonna drive into the ankle. This breaks the base. As you drive into the ankle, you're gonna hammer your elbow down. This forces him to lose his balance. You're gonna wrap to the lock here, okay? And now, whether he's holding on to the knife or not, life is really bad for him. You're gonna step over, drive the weapon into him, and you guys already know what this one is. That drop again, boom, lock and strike. Not only does Jabari hate that, you won't find any man with anything down there who are like that, okay? And if you do, you need to stay away from it. Okay, that's from the inside. From the outside. We're gonna do the exact same techniques from the inside. What you have to do is pay attention to the rest of his techniques here. The rest of his limbs here. You notice on this technique, snapping him here, I managed to cancel these far weapons by making him put his weight on this leg and pull his arm back. Okay, so we already did this before. He can punch me from here, but if I snap his arm, he can't. You know this. When the inside, if he snap here, he can still punch me with his arm. He still punch me with here and snap, pulls the arm back, but he's close enough to make body contact. Let's step a little closer here so you can see us. He's close enough here to make body contact, and he's bigger than me. So what you want to do is you want to be sure that you take those advantages away. The way to do that is, like I told you before, when you snap here, launch la cabeza. You will either defend the cabeza, will still drive him back, or he will have the lovely experience of a head-to-head communication, okay? As you do that, you're going to take your lovely elbow and make life even lovelier for him. Remember how we did it before? Pull here, headbutt, elbow to the bicep? Well, same thing here. You're going to pull here, headbutt, knee, elbow into the bicep. Instead of flipping him opposite direction here, you're going to elbow here, wrap, lock, turn the knife down, the pivot, down he goes, lock goes, knife goes into him again. Okay? Notice what I did. I've always kept the knife away from him, manipulated the wrist. When I pulled him, I didn't pull straight. I pulled and torqued the wrist so the knife stays away. This is very, very important. So as he's going down, either he will release the weapon himself or he'll wear the weapon himself. Either way, you're quite fine. And as he's experiencing, you understand me, the sublime joy of cutlery, you know, getting his Gensu in, okay, you are explaining to him the lovely, okay, joys and sublime benefits of Atacx Gym Kenpo Karate. While we're on the subject, these exact same movements are capoeira. Exact same movements of capoeira. Capoeira, oftentimes from this position, will lock you here, pivot, drop, and pin both hands and drop another headbutt on you. I've actually seen people drop a full body headbutt and bounce off like a trampoline from this position in capoeira. All right? So they'll drop their heads down and it's essentially a cartwheel with a spring away. So I want to drop down and bounce this way with the hand. Pin down, head goes down, up, and you come away. This is extremely vital because unlike this position, you can't get your entire body weight here with comfort. When you go here, you're actually driving your weight down like almost like you're diving into the ground. Almost like you're driving into the ground. You're just doing it from combat positions here. So, I'm not gonna hit you. I'm gonna dive this way, all right? But imagine that swing here. Just dive here and come back. This is extremely vital. Extremely vital. For those of you who continue to delude yourself into thinking that capoeira is not realistic or is not combat effective, keep thinking that because my students will keep running circles around you, okay? And you guys already know what to do. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it at the end of this video behind the camera. It's my friend, the ultra uber editor, Scott, you know, helping me out. This is super trooper extraordinaire, Jabari. You already know who I am. Head coach Ross of the Atacx Gym. Thank you very much for your time.